One time a guy made a comment in Japanese.
People line up for buying want to play a game, Sad?
I want to play a game.
Each of us, we need to share like 5 cultural shocks we have in Japan without repeating.
I have a feeling our culture shocks are not going to overlap that much.
But anyways, if there is any like duplications, we need to celebrate with, drinking ginger ale. Ginger ale, this is ginger ale. Let's decide on Junban first. Decide show up. Okay.
What does that mean?
Okay, you go.
I win! I would say one of the shocks for me was definitely bathing culture, like public baths. Because in America, we don't have that. The idea, you don't get into the bath naked with people. As adults, you don't bathe together. And it was just so weird to me to come to Japan and have people be like, hey Sam, let's go to the hot springs. And I'm like, together?
We're about to see each other naked?
Yeah, it was just so weird for me, like how people were excited to get into a bath with me.
But just one question though for me, when you guys are in the hot springs, would you like be measuring like, bigger than mine, or like, smaller than mine?
Guys do that? What? Since when would a guy look at another guy's penis? Never.
Never. You don't compare the size.
Of course we do.
Would you receive compliments like, nice?
See, that's weird. That's weird. One time a guy made a comment in Japanese. I was with another foreign friend and he made a comment about because he thought we didn't understand Japanese.
That's kind of racist.
Yeah, I know, right?
So now my turn. I don't understand YouTubers in Japan. When they start a topic, they clap.
弁当食品
高カロリー料理対決
Don't you find this is a little bit weird?
It's weird, but to me it wasn't really a shock. Because what happens all the time on Japanese TV is like, today we're going to talk about soy sauce.
Why? What for? I mean, why are you clapping out of no reason? We clap because we have something that we're excited about. But you're just doing an opening. They don't laugh, they just do the clap really loud. So it really creeps me out a little bit.
They force clapping. Like a lot of times when people will be on stage and like, hey, hush you! Like they tell the audience, pow! And the audience is like, very robotic.
Second one.
It's about drinking culture in Japan. If you know, in America, there was a time where alcohol was illegal. In a lot of places in America, you can't buy alcohol on a Sunday. I know.
I'm not sure if I want to say I agree with you because that means I need to drink that ginger ale.
Nope.
The hirunomi is a little bit cultural shocking.
Really?
I'm not sure in America, no matter if you're a boy, if you're a girl, you just start drinking during daytime. I'm not sure if it's common. People in Hong Kong don't actually like drinking, I would say. Not a lot of alcoholics there.
No.
But it is really weird to see people start drinking so freely during a Saturday mornings. Wow, you start drinking now, how about the rest of your day?
Yeah, the same thing in America. They're also very conscious about not drinking too much around kids. You can't bring your kids to certain restaurants. Whereas in Japan, it's like any izakaya, you can just bring your children. Yeah, it's kid friendly. Get drunk in front of your kids, whatever.
Nope.
The one that got me the most was, they have sports day at schools and stuff, like elementary schools.
Yeah.
The parents would go there and the dads would just be sitting there drinking, watching their kids do relays and stuff.
I understand without alcohol you cannot really survive from watching kids having a sports.
Sorry children.
My second cultural shock in Japan. Too much Mariah Carey and too much Last Christmas during Christmas season in Japan.
I'm with you on that one, actually. Mariah Carey, Last Christmas, definitely.
So then you need to drink that.
All right, bring it. Give me that ginger ale. Kanpai.
Kanpai. Too much chicken dying on the Christmas day. I mean, I'm from Hong Kong. We celebrate Christmas in Hong Kong as a public holiday there.
Yeah.
But
Oh, really?
yes, the thing is, compared to the Japanese way of celebrating Christmas, I don't think we celebrate Christmas at all. After November, if you're traveling Japan, you'll be seeing tons of illuminations. The songs of Mariah Carey and the Last Christmas will be just everywhere.
When I grew up, as a kid, Christmas was such a nice holiday where, family would come visit, make cookies together and things. And in Japan, it's a totally different holiday. I have a hard time dealing with it too.
People line up for buying KFC.
You have to make reservations to buy chicken.
Yes.
And Last Christmas, not a happy Christmas song. But Japanese people somehow think it's romantic. So romantic. Saigo no Christmas. Like, no, that's not what it means. No, it doesn't mean that last Christmas. It means the previous Christmas.
I love that song. I just don't want to listen to it.
I actually never knew that song before I came to Japan.
What?
It's not a happy song. We don't want to listen to that at Christmas. The prevalence of English just everywhere in Japan. You know,
English.
Just the amount of English written on everything, but people don't understand it, and yet it's everywhere. The level of English comprehension and speaking ability here is still very low. I don't get that.
I don't want to pile on it. I don't want to say anything offensive to Japanese. He could, I couldn't. I think they're doing the English letter thing, just for looking fancy.
Yeah. You know, it's a very brand thing, and that's why you see people walking around with their shirts with weird English.
But just the same as a lot of Western Gaijin wear t-shirt with a very weird Chinese character, because they don't really understand the culture, so they think it's cool.
Even now in 2024, it's 2024, right? Because of the tourism, they're trying to put more English on signs, but a lot of it is still just nonsense.
Okay, my turn. Can I have a sip of ginger ale, even though I'm still not losing?
I'll allow it. Wait, losing? I didn't know there was a winner and a loser.
Japanese don't eat seasonal dishes outside the current season. You know what I mean? You know, like oden.
Yeah.
It's like a winter only dishes, and like ramen, the cold noodles, they don't eat cold noodles outside the summer. It's really stubborn, you see. I even chat with my Japanese local friends, say, if you really have such kind of craving for oden during summer, would you eat it? And they're like, no, that would be very weird. No, we don't cook it during summer.
Unless you want to risk the police coming to your door, I wouldn't do it.
This kind of seasonal thing never come to my mind. It's like, I couldn't eat this during certain season.
It gives them something to look forward to with that season, but at the same time, if you want cold noodles in winter,
They just eat it. But for me as well, I just eat whatever I want. Nobody's following the game right now. You're just...
if you want to drink ginger ale when it's not your turn, you just do it. Number 4, as an American, how easily people go to the hospital in Japan. It's like, oh, I have a cough, I'm gonna go see the doctor. In America, you don't go to the hospital unless you're missing a leg. It's like,
What? I actually agree with you.
thank you. I mean, one of the things that shocked me in Japan, in America, you call an ambulance if it's an emergency. I remember in Japan, the first couple of years, someone called an ambulance to my apartment building, and I thought, oh, what happened? Oh my gosh, just someone died. And this little old woman just walks out into the ambulance. If you can walk yourself to the ambulance, you don't need to call one.
Same thing happened to me as a Hong Konger.
Yeah.
I want to agree with you is that the national medical insurance here is like, I don't want to say perfect, but it's actually, it's very cheap to join, and you're forced to join the medical insurance, of course.
Yeah.
Hong Kong is actually the opposite. We don't have a public one.
Okay.
But if you have a job, the company will pay for a commercial medical insurance for you. So,
Generally, that's the way it is in America too, but that's not required, so a lot of companies will not do it.
People in Hong Kong really strive for working for a good company, because the better the company, the better the insurance is.
The benefits.
Number 4 for me is basically like every 2 years you need to renew your tenant contract, right?
Yeah.
They charge update fee.
Yeah,
It's not a surprise for you anymore, right?
not anymore. No.
In Hong Kong, whenever you're renting an apartment, you of course need to do like renewing your contract. That's for sure, 2 years in a row. But we don't charge update fee there. We probably need to renegotiate the rent, but there's no fee charge.
Technically, it's not legal. There was one time where I just said, no, I'm not gonna pay that. And they were okay with it.
Really?
Yeah, I just said, no, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna pay that. And they were like, that's unfortunate. Okay.
Is that
Well, they didn't have a choice. I wasn't a popular apartment. It was just a little place in the middle of nowhere that no one else wanted to rent, so.
I'm not white, so I really couldn't.
I mean, I'll agree with that just so I can enjoy some ginger ale.
I'm just really pissed off by that, so I need to drink something.
This wasn't really a culture shock about Japan, but for me, as an American, because I know that, everyone, they love the movies and our presidential elections are just like a circus around the world, but how little people knew, things that to me were just obvious, like there's 50 states, but Japanese people were like, oh, how many states are there? What? They didn't know how many states. They didn't understand that America is a very young country.
And they consider every white faces are from
Yeah,
America.
that America equals white blonde hair.
But don't you think it also works in the opposite? Like for American or even foreigners outside of Japan, when they are coming to Japan, I want to see some samurais. Oh, they must be like a flying ninja. It's like, no, they don't have such kind of occupation anymore. So my last cultural shock in Japan is when the pedestrian light is turning green, the car is still moving. The traffic rules, I learned pedestrians have the absolute right
Yep,
of occupying the
right of way.
it's really surprising to see that, wow, the car is still moving and it's really actually moving quite fast.
I'll agree with that very much.
What really actually pissed me off is that I was in a very inaka area, like a rural area in Japan. Those car owners are not as polite as here in Tokyo. I was still walking and the car is like, chill, grandpa.
They're not used to driving with pedestrians.
But out of our top 5 culture shock, maybe just quickly share some of the other one that's not bringing, to the topic.
For me, it was like going to Juku, like the cram schools.
Oh.
The idea of going to school and then going to more school, it's like, why not let your kids be kids and play outside?
The culture shock you're having, that means you're not Asian.
I know. See, I know that's not just a Japan thing.
We feel like Japanese don't go to the Juku that much. Not many Japanese really enjoy anime, and they will be refusing to agree that, oh, I love anime. It must be very lame, I guess. It's
Yeah.
like, ew, that's
I mean,
not the.
Of course, everybody watches Disney and Ghibli, but beyond that, no one's like, did you see the latest episode of Naruto? No, they probably didn't.
I always thought Ghibli is such kind of like a national-wide cartoon anime, whatever you call it. But one of my girl colleagues is like, I don't watch Ghibli, so it's because and she's doing the phrase, I don't watch Ghibli. I don't think Japanese really allowed to have a character.
I mean, like a personality? Yeah, well, you're not supposed to. A lot of people would tell me, oh, no, I'm just a very normal, plain person. They thought that they were impressing me, and it's like, no, that just makes you sound boring.
I think they just don't want to be kicked out of the group. So if you're really behaving like an outsider, you'll be having a lot of hard time at school, at work. Well, what's your culture shock in Japan? Let us know.
Hit the like and subscribe.
He's drunk from drinking ginger ale.
In the afternoon. Oh my goodness.